What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are starting a brand new series I'm going to be doing where I basically draft from every single position in a fantasy mock draft and kind of just let you guys know what I would do if I were in that situation. So obviously, it's going to be all 12 team snake drafts. That's how I'm going to be doing it. 15 rounds for each of them. And so we're going to start off with the first episode of this, obviously being the 101. So we'll be starting with the 101, just drafting with computers. And away we go. Turn my volume down. So the first overall pick in fantasy. Who am I going to take? I'm going to take Justin Jefferson. I think super solid option for the 101 this year. 1.1 this year. I think he should be the clear cut number one overall pick. Definitely risky. I'm speaking from experience here because I Jonathan Taylor, and first of all, pick in one of my fantasy leagues last year, where I actually had the first overall pick, and Josh Allen very very early, and it was just not good. Obviously, it was bad, very very bad for me. Jalen Hurts is certainly interesting here. Do I want two dynamic receivers? Maybe. I have two picks. I'm going to take Breece Hall, and then I'm going to take Jalen Hurts as well as get my QB off the board here. And he's a super solid QB option, especially with his rushing ability. So we'll definitely take him there. Coming up, obviously, on the 4-12 and the 5-1. The options are getting less and less. Okay, this is the guy I want to talk about quickly with fantasy. Alexander Mattison. Man, can I pause the draft so I don't run out of time? I don't know if I can do that or not. Can I? Question mark. I'm wasting time just saying this, but Alexander Mattison, I am selling him so hard here. I think the ADP of 50 is crazy. I don't really think he's going to do that much. I think I am going to end up taking DJ Moore here. I know that he's definitely a little bit tough just because we don't really know what Fields is going to do yet this year. But I think DJ Moore is a super solid option in the fourth round. And then I still need a tight end. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts. I don't care what people say. I am in on Kyle Pitts. There's been a run on tight ends. Kelsey, Hockenson, Andrews are all gone. And obviously those guys are definitely solid options. But I think the next guy down fantasy purpose-wise, I think has got to be Kyle Pitts. I think that's a pretty obvious choice here. We really need a second running back. And the options are getting down there. I'm wondering how much these bots are going to value Isaiah Pacheco. I do like Pacheco a good bit. We are running out of options, so I'm gonna take a shot on Pacheco on the 6th here, and then I am gonna take a flyer on JSN as well. In the 7th, I think JSN is going to be pretty good. I know he's in a kind of a crowded wide receiver room, but if you're gonna take Tyler Lockett, I don't know why you wouldn't take JSN. I know that this isn't. I'm not doing this dynasty. Oh, sorry, it's 21 rounds. My bad. But I think I said 15 at one point. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't take JSN this year in fantasy. And then it really comes down to what position you value the most, especially in this situation. Anthony Richardson is super interesting because he's kind of like a mini Jalen Hurts clone. I'm looking at Pat Freiermuth. I'm looking at David Njoku, and I think I am going to go with David Njoku, who I think is maybe just a tiny bit better than Pat Freiermuth, or maybe just as good. There's a good safety blanket for Deshaun Watson. I don't know. Rashad Penny should be the running back 1 for all intents and purposes in Philadelphia. The only thing you have to worry about with him is his injury concerns, and so maybe that ends up being a bad choice. But again, this is just a little mock draft. I'm not doing actual fantasy drafts quite yet, although the Run the North draft is this Saturday as I'm filming this, and as you guys are watching it because it's the same day upload. But yeah, here we go. Chig Okonkwo is a super interesting prospect for fantasy purposes, and I am going to take him. It might be a little high for Chig, but I think he's awesome. I think he's so good, and Jacoby Myers, I think, could be really solid for this Raiders team. Renfro could even be traded at some point this season. They don't have any other receivers there besides him and Devontae right now, so it could very easily be Jakobi Meyers, wide receiver 2 season. There goes Kyler. I mean, he's not going to play this season, at least not enough meaningful games where he'll be viable in fantasy, I wouldn't say. Sam Laporta is interesting. Here's a guy who I think could end up being the RB1 on his team in the future. Is it 21 or is it 15? I'm so confused. I think Roschon Johnson could end up being the running back 1 in Chicago by the end of the season. And I don't think it's crazy to say that. I mean, I think he's probably going to end up being better than Khalil Herbert. And so no reason to really not take him there. I still don't have a second quarterback. So I'm going to take Jordan Love because I think Jordan Love could be solid this year. And for one bye week with Jalen Hurts, we can have Jordan Love sitting in the wings and ready for that. Who is left for running backs right now is the question. Anybody really viable? I wonder where Cordell Patterson. Actually, I'm definitely taking Cordell Patterson for my picks here because Cordell Patterson is he's literally listed as a wide receiver on their depth chart right now. He's going to be used as a good weapon. They have no receivers outside Drake London. He's going to be a straight up weapon. I like him a lot for that. Then this next pick, we have a couple of tight ends, but Hunter Renfrow is still on the Raiders. He's still a wide receiver 2 there. I also do like Donovan Peoples-Jones a good bit, so I'm going to take him. I think that's a pretty solid thing. Yeah, so it is 21 rounds. That's what I ended up believing. Dude, a kicker run in fantasy here. We didn't get our guy. Harrison Butker will go on the team. And we'll get our defense in. I mean, Pittsburgh's defense is always going to be good, right? I mean, they're always going to be good. So we'll do that. Really just the best flex guys available right now, or who you want to take a shot on flex-wise. I mean, on a team where the wide receiver 2 is kind of up in the air, I don't think Chase Claypool is the worst choice in the world. And then we have a good amount of running backs, but I don't know. Who's left? Sean Tucker, Sean Haskins, Naeem Hines, Ronald Jones, Donovan Knight, Zay Spiller, Chris Rodriguez, Ty Montgomery. Yeah, no. Nobody here is really moving the needle for me at the current moment. I don't even know who this man is. Alfred Morris is still in the league. No, he's not. Marshawn Lynch is not still in the league. Who do we want? I think let's take our boy Jaden Reed here. Let's take our boy Jaden Reed. There's one player that I will need to be drafting for pure agenda purposes. Purely agenda purposes only. Now, I think it's best flex available, or who do I want from flex? Big Jelani Woods guy. So we'll take Jelani Woods. And that is going to be it for our draft. We'll take a look at the good old roster. So, yeah, this is what I would do if I were the 1.01, obviously taking Justin Jefferson at the 1, Breece Hall in the 2nd, Jalen Hurts in the 3rd, the 4th, DJ Moore the 5th, Kyle Pitts like that a good bit, the 6th, Isaiah Pacheco the 7th, Jackson Smith-Njigba the 8th, David Njoku the 9th, Rashad Penny the 10th, Chig, like it a lot, the 11th. Give me Jakobi Meyers, the 12th. Roschon Johnson, the 13th. Jordan Love, the 14th. Cordell Patterson. Donovan Peoples-Jones in the 15th. The 16th. Harrison Butker, the 17th. Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Claypool in the 18th. Reed in the 19th. Lock in the 20th, obviously. And Jelani Woods in the 21st. That's what I would do if I were the GM of a fantasy team picking in the 1.01. If you guys like this series, you guys are excited for the next few episodes, please let me know in the comments. Do whatever you can to help grow the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And we will see you guys next time.